Hey there everyone, it's B Team Kiwi back here again with another Horizon Forbidden West stream. We're just carrying on from where we last left off. Um, just bear with me for a moment while I just quickly check something. Come on, load. Alright, hold up. Gotta go into my settings and change something quickly that I forgot about. Alright. Damn it. I think it's stuck. Turning off the animation for picking up stuff is so handy.
This looks promising. I'm guessing this was Hernan. This must be the vault mentioned in the data I found. I should be able to access it.
Priority keys detected. Access granted.
I don't think anyone's gonna make it. Not sure which will get me first, the airstrike or the Horus. Spent my career on the mobile cover project. Really thought I could get it to someone who could use it. I know you'll never hear this, Lily, but
Another sad ending. At least I have the prototype now. I might even be able to make something out of it if I use the data on that drive Gendas found. I want to know what happened here.
This is fast travel. Ain't nobody got time for that.
I'll dry off. Eventually.
Whoa!
Good buy for you. A good sale for me. That
Rude. Oh yeah, sure. Get around it. Easy there, Red. Your compassion.
You've returned. You found something, didn't you? Come now, don't just keep it to yourself.
It's, difficult to explain.
Please, I just want to understand as much as I can.
Definitely not a tray cover.
The old ones fought a massive battle here against machines. Some fled, but others stayed behind to try to salvage this, to help others carry on the fight.
Did they survive?
What do you think?
So, they failed.
It made it into the hands of the most renowned warrior in the Sundom, did it not? And every item we recover will be used to ensure their memory lives on.
I didn't see any machines at the dig site, so yes, I suppose that is true.
I'll need that tray and your workbench. I'll have to tinker with this to turn it into something I can use.
Of course, Savior. It's the least we can do. May the sun light your way. as you have illuminated ours.
Let's take a look at this thing.
Wait till the scholars hear about this. We'll go down in the history. Books.
Feels right. Time to test it out.
Of course. What'd you think? Wicker breastplates for the Vanguard.
The game definitely looks better after the last update. Enhanced the fidelity and the graphics and stuff in performance mode. I've definitely noticed a difference. It looks better. A lot better.
I'm glad you found... found out what happened here.
Okay, so it's blue. I thought it was purple rarity. Kind of hoped because it was a mobile cover system that she would use it to fix her old armor. So then she could have a protective shield around herself too. But no. Alright.
Watch where you're going.
I guess let's take Poseidon back. Get him installed.
So big the old ones called it the lungs of the planet?
That sounds lovely.
Yeah. They burned it to the ground at some point.
Oh,
But they
The Amazon
helped revive
rainforest?
it back in Sobek's time.
That's good to hear. I wonder if it grew back after Zero Dawn. Wherever it is.
I'd like to think so.
And she's back.
You play Strike?
I see you've got Strike set up. Mind if I have a go at it?
Really? Sure. Let's do it.
Yeah, random board.
Good luck to the both of us. We'll stop here. No problem.
I don't know why they do that. It should be. It should always be us. Me going first.
We can stop here if you want. Let's play. You want to end things here?
Yes, I do, because I want to go first. I'm the challenger. I should go first. Yes. Alright, I've got 2 leap lashes. No, 2 long legs.
Your turn. Oh, that's not where I want that piece to be. Oh, thank the Forge you hit an armored spot. Time to make a move.
I'm probably gonna get killed here, but oh well.
That one's a goner.
He can attack diagonal? Okay.
Let's see what you got. And it's out. Let's see.
I'm surprised that one survived so much. What is it? Ravager.
Off the board they go.
I'm surprised you can't attack it for some reason. It only loses 1 health. And for some reason, it gains an extra. Even though it says it doesn't have any skills, so I wonder why. Well, what's going on here?
My turn.
I'll just end my turn. I don't really care if I lose or not. Just mucking around.
it goes. Looks like I got lucky. You want a rematch?
No.
Here goes
Whoops.
nothing.
So I've no idea what I'm doing. I just do the guides because I can't be fucked. It's evident because for some reason none of the stuff was working there. It was giving them health, even though they've got no special abilities. I think it was bugged. Must have been bugged.
All yours. What should I do? You're up. And they're gone. Okay, I could do this. All yours. Okay, I could do this. That one's a goner. Your turn. Let's see. There it goes. You're up. Just one piece left. Yep, you win.
So I can only attack it from the range that it says it can attack from, otherwise it won't let me. Alright.
Back to business then.
Let me know if you find any Sons of Prometheus in the Daunt. I'll keep scouting those rebel camps.
Be careful.
Now this focus thing's trying to kill me. You did almost drown it in beer. Not on purpose.
Welcome back, Aloy. I see you have recovered Poseidon.
How do you see that?
Aloy, can you come downstairs? Beta has something you need to hear.
Okay. I'll be right down.
Aloy, I have managed to unlock additional rooms within the facility.
Got it. Hi, Gaia.
Hello, Aloy.
Hello.
So, I guess Beta's here to stay. I gave her a focus. Told her to talk to you to see if she can help. She's not what I expected.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. Someone more helpful, I guess. And less pessimistic.
It is true, she overestimated our progress. However, it is also worth noting that her confidence in your abilities emboldened her to escape the Zeniths.
I guess so.
Give her time. She may yet come around.
She's gonna have to. Or I'm gonna purge her.
So there's a few people here now, and they're learning. All about you, the ancient world. Almost like what was supposed to happen before Apollo was purged.
Yes. While the loss of the Apollo database was catastrophic, there is still much that can be gleaned from the data you have uncovered. For instance, Varl has been reviewing the last recorded entries from those who perished during the Pharaoh Plague. Hearing their hopes and fears made him quite somber.
Anything I should be worried about?
I do not believe so. I have elected not to intervene, to allow him to process this on his own terms.
When I dove down into Vegas, I found data about the man who built the dome over the city. Stanley Chen. It turns out he was a member of Far Zenith. But if he loved Vegas so much, why did he abandon it? Why not try to save it?
The Zeniths, at their core, have proven to be exceptional survivalists. Faced with overwhelming odds of extinction, they chose to flee.
Even still, what he achieved. Water to the wasteland, an entire city brought back to life. 1,000 years later, the whole place was still on standby, just waiting for someone to come along and wake it up. When we were at the facility where we found Beta, there were records that said Far Zenith were researching embryogenesis. I know they traded their ectogenic chambers to Zero Dawn, but why were they researching it in the first place?
At this point, we can only speculate. Perhaps at one
Cloning.
time they meant the Odyssey to be a colony ship, necessitating such technology. As their goals evolved over time, so did their areas of research.
So they got more selfish as the risks of staying on Earth kept rising. The extinction signal didn't just wake Hades. It made every subordinate function self-aware. Why?
I have wondered this myself. So far as I can tell, Hades was the sole target, and the partial sentience imparted to other subordinate functions was incidental.
A signal that precise would require thorough knowledge of the system. How could the Zeniths know that?
From the records on your focus, it appears Far Zenith had an informant during the development of Zero Dawn.
Hank Shaw. He was supposed to steal a copy of the system for Far Zenith, but Elizabeth and Travis Tate caught him first.
Yes. It is likely Far Zenith acquired knowledge on the systems designed through him, despite his failure.
So the Zeniths are the same people who left Earth. Physically immortal. How'd they figure it out?
From what we know of Far Zenith, it is plausible that prominent geneticists and engineers were offered a place aboard the Odyssey in exchange for their expertise. Given enough time, technology, and resources, any challenge can be overcome.
Like how Minerva eventually generated the deactivation codes for the Pharaoh Plague.
Exactly.
The Zeniths. Gerard, Eric, Tilda, Verbena. Beta said they were some of the most powerful people on Earth. Do you know anything about them?
Unfortunately, no. My personal database is limited to those who worked on Zero Dawn. Additionally, it appears Far Zenith was quite secretive about their members. Only one, Oswald Dahlgard, was ever publicly known.
Right. He was the spokesperson back at their old launch facility.
What we can conclude from your and Beta's experiences is that the Zeniths are ruthless in pursuit of their goal. To protect life on Earth, they must be stopped.
So from what Beta told me, I guess we can assume the Zenith's technology is powerful in all sorts of ways, right?
Yes. As your encounters with them amply demonstrate, they appear to make extensive use of robotic servitors. Further, they seem to be equipped with some kind of protective energy field that shields them from harm.
They seemed indestructible, but that weapon the rebels used stripped their shield somehow.
Throughout
Overloaded
history, every defensive technology has eventually been defeated by an offensive counterpart. While we lack the anti-shielding weapon, were I to absorb Hephaestus and utilize it to create a large force of combat machines, no shielding could withstand such an assault indefinitely.
So there's hope.
Always.
Beta believes the Zeniths want to use the terraforming system to wipe out life on Earth. Start over, so they can build it how they want.
Further supporting our hypothesis.
But why? Given their technology, they could wipe out the tribes of the world by easier means. And if they're the same people who left Earth 1,000 years ago, wouldn't they want the biosphere to be as it was?
It is likely they adjusted to different planetary conditions in their colony on Sirius. They may be trying to recreate that environment here.
Turning Earth into a new Sirius. Their own personal playground.
Well, they just have to adapt. They adapted to Sirius.
The missing subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating vast. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066, by order of Ted Farrow.
I wonder how he even had permission to do that.
Understandable. He appears to have been pathological.
All 3 of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were. Do you still need them?
Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density, empowering my overall function. Unfortunately, as we now know they are in the possession of Far Zenith, attaining them in the short term is very likely impossible.
I guess our best shot at recovering them is by taking over the Zenith base. But we'll need Hephaestus and a bunch of combat machines to do that.
Correct.
Were you able to make use of Poseidon?
Yes. Many rivers, streams, and lakes associated with the regional watershed have been detoxified. As a result, red algae growth levels have seen a marked decline. According to my data, however, it appears a localized occurrence of red algae continues to persist near the coast.
Maybe I'll look into it when I can. So, Poseidon spent the last 20 years hiding out in Las Vegas. From the data I found, it seems the city had an advanced water reclamation system. Is that why Poseidon went there?
Most likely. In an effort to protect itself, Poseidon sought out a safe harbor where it could access water supply functions. There, buried and encased in a protective dome, it could guard against any threats.
Like 3 Oseram showmen?
I suspect that was not the first time it felt the need to repel trespassers.
So, once Hephaestus, you'll regain the capacity to mass-produce machines at cauldrons around the world.
Yes, and to program their behavioral routines, or even control them directly.
So you could build an army of machines. Attack the Zeniths and take them out.
It is in my nature to take any and all necessary steps to preserve life on Earth, human life above all. So yes, once I have been empowered with the capacities of Hephaestus, I could design, build, and command such an army. Given the nature of the Far Zenith threat, doing so may be our only option. I must admit, however, that I have misgivings about using such technology to kill, no matter how aggressive the enemy.
Too bad. They deserve it.
That's good. It means you have a conscience. Has Elizabeth intended?
Indeed.
It's wrong. It means there's weakness.
See you later, Gaia.
Until next time.
It means it can be taken advantage of.
So the old ones painted their faces with something called makeup. Like the card chip. Why? Yeah, it beats me.
It probably meant something to them. As it does to my people, and the Tanakh.
I just think my face says it all as is, that's all.
That it does.
It helps them to look better.
Haven't seen you in a while.
Or enhance features.
About the land gods. What did you...
We need to kill 2 Grimhorns. I sent their location. Got it.
I better.
Very well, and you guys haven't restocked this chest? Shame on you. Ooh, where's the Tanakh dude?
I don't think that door had power before, but... looks like it's malfunctioning. Looks like some kind of maintenance space. cells? Huh.
Okay, that's the way I was meant to go. What was that?
That did it.
Aloy? A bunch of lights just turned on up here? Was that you?
Oh. Yeah, I guess it was.
Hi! Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
She found that recording from the data on your focus. She's been watching it a lot. I think it helps calm her.
You know, I used to watch this a lot too. Whenever I wanted to take my mind off things.
Daddy sure does love his little big...
But there's something you need to tell me?
While you were gone, I came down here to check on her. Then we started talking. Right, Beta? She's been thinking about how to capture Hephaestus, studying the data Gaia gave her. But we started talking about some other stuff. You know, just getting to know each other, right? And then she told me that one of the Zeniths might be different from the others.
Tilda. You saw her at the Hades Proving Lab.
Go on.
On the way to Earth, the Zeniths never showed their faces. My servitor caretaker referred to them as my benefactors, and promised I'd meet them someday, when I had learned enough. And then, one day, a data channel opened in my training interface. In it, Tilda was waiting for me, in a virtual replica of a house on a cliff, overlooking the ocean. It was beautiful. She showed me paintings, books, media files. We met there in secret many times. But a few months later, it stopped.
Can you tell us why, Beta?
I found some data about Tilda at the Hades Proving Lab. I think she was a liaison between Far Zenith and Zero Dawn. She knew Elizabeth Sobek, that's for sure.
Maybe that's why she reached out to you?
What else can you tell us about Tilda? She liked to talk about her paintings. What about herself? Did she ever talk about her life on Earth, how she joined the Zeniths, something like that? She never said much about herself, and she hated it when I asked too many questions. But I think, back on Earth, she was an expert programmer, given that she built a data channel the other Zeniths couldn't detect. Is there anything else about her that we might be able to use to our advantage? She was the first real person who ever bothered to speak to me. I wasn't really assessing her for strengths and weaknesses.
Well, that's not good.
You said that Tilda reached out to you using a data channel? It appeared in my training interface as another assignment. When I opened it, there were a series of intermittent glitches. I realized they formed a transpositional cipher. instructions on how to open up a new virtual space. When I entered it, my training interface disappeared. Instead of the usual holographic teachers and files, I was in a perfect recreation of her home. And you're sure the other Zeniths never knew about it? To them, it looked like I was still in training, toiling away, alone.
Details of the house.
This secret virtual space looked like a house with an ocean view. I could see whitecaps and hear waves crashing on rocks below. And there were gulls crying outside. Inside, Tilda had frames that showed off her favorite paintings, changing at intervals to match the light. There was an armchair she liked. She'd sit there and gaze outside while I looked through her things. We spent hours in that house. I never wanted to leave. You said Tilda showed you paintings and let you access media files? Every time we met, she showed me a new painting. I think she was Dutch. All of her favorite pieces were from their golden age in the 1600s. Portraits, allegories, ships at sea. She had so many.
So from
Did
the
it interest
Netherlands.
you? I liked her media portal. It had so much more than my training interface. Clips, shows, holos. My favorite was this one called Second Time Around, about a family whose kid comes back after disappearing during the Hot Zone crisis. Right, but did this portal have anything about the Zeniths themselves? Anything we could use? No. Any information about them was redacted. So Tilda set up a secret virtual space where she could talk to you, a house on a cliff. Then later, she cut you off. But other than the fact that Tilda knew Elizabeth, you don't know why she did those things?
I don't! Okay? I thought of every possible reason that would make her leave, but whatever I did wrong, I don't know what it is.
When I finally met the others, she ignored me. Acted like the data channel never existed. None of this even matters.
Tilda's the same as the others. It won't help us defeat them.
Okay. Let's leave it at that then.
Maybe it was someone else using Tilda's image.
What's wrong?
I'm trying, Varl. But she is tough to take. I'm out there in the wilds, risking my life every day, and all she can do is hide in there and tell us how hopeless it all is. I'm sorry, she's had a rough time, but she is really not helping right now.
You always seem to be on top of everything, so I sometimes forget about what you've been through. I mean, it wasn't that long ago you were so banged up you couldn't even walk. About that. When I pulled you out of the water back near the proving lab, you were muttering Rost's name. You never talk about him. But he raised you, trained you. You must miss him a lot.
Of course I do. But I don't have time to think about that now. I need to get back out there.
Okay. I'll keep working with Beta. Gaia says she knows a lot about Zero Dawn. And maybe she just needs some time to adjust, and then she can help us with Hephaestus.
Sure. But I won't hold my breath. Did you want something?
Talking about Hephaestus. if it rewrites its access protocols, then it can't be absorbed.
Why is this door locked now?
Beta requested the use of that room as her personal space. I have locked it at her request.
Okay. Hey,
I'm fine.
and look, about her...
Forget it.
So have you been able to make use of your expertise?
I guess so. Gaia
And? Any insights?
It looks like it's been modifying its code, increasing in size and complexity over the years. There's a lot to analyze still.
Okay, well... So have you been upstairs at all?
Not really. Varl sometimes comes down here to talk. I thought he only wanted to know about my productivity, but... It's almost like he actually wants to talk to me.
Yeah, I think he does. Have you talked with anyone else in the base?
I speak with Gaia. I didn't expect that from an...
That's all thanks to Elizabeth. She believed Gaia had to care, not just follow her programming orders.
I know. Independent emotional processing enabled the previous version of Gaia to create you, after all.
Yeah. What else can you tell me about Tilda?
She... liked to talk about her paintings.
What about herself? Did she ever talk about her life on Earth, how she joined the Zeniths, something like that?
She never said much about herself, and she hated it when I asked her.
It's time for...
Yeah.
Wonder why there was another energy cell though.
So the old ones had cows and sea cows, but they didn't look the same.
Plugging in that power cell downstairs must have turned on these holograms. Mind if we have a word?
Of course not.
Must be strange.
I can see machines like their strengths and weaknesses. Simply to think that such a tiny object might be the most powerful.
What do you think of this place?
It's an efficient center of operations, and though it could use some more...
Duly noted. Does it still hurt?
It comes and goes. I try not to think about it, but its absence is always present for me. It's difficult to...
I can't claim to understand.
Then you have my thanks.
Have you spoken with Aaron?
I've had little chance. I did see him bring some ale from out east.
That stuff's as bitter as self-brush.
You get used to it, eventually. In fact, I wouldn't mind a drink myself.
I'm sure Aaron wouldn't mind sharing. I should get going.
If I could...
I will.
Fare thee well.
Aloy.
Hey.
I am well. Varl told me Beta's having a hard time adjusting. I wish there was something I could...
I'm not sure.
A tree won't bear fruit in a day.
The Zeniths did a number on Beta.
I still can't believe she told him the Zeniths are old ones who cut themselves off from the cycle of life and decay. I've never heard of anything. To deny our dying bodies to the earth. To doom the life that would bloom in their place. It's despicable.
That's self-preservation.
Found anything else combing through that data?
Varl and I have been looking.
So then you can
Apparently there used to
continue
be thousands more species
doing work.
roaming around than there are today. Can you imagine that? I'd give anything to see them. Though I know that without Artemis or Apollo, that at least I can find comfort in knowing Gaia used men as inspiration for her machine. Her memory honors them.
What are you going to learn next?
I'm not sure. I asked Gaia for suggestions, and she brought up data you found on something called a museum? From what I gather, the old ones would store knowledge in them for all to see and learn from, like you've done here for us. Maybe one day more people will be able to use this place to learn the way we have.
That sounds crowded, but nice. Are you guys training with Erend as well?
If you count trying to stick a spear in his gut as training, then yes.
Are you serious?
Of course not.
Good.
I was going for a couple of broken bones. He called the Utaru leaf grazers. Laughed at the idea of us simple farmers being formidable fighters. Before I knew it, he and I were battling it out in the common room. The man is slow, but he can throw a hammer around. Don't look so worried. We're evenly matched. For now. Next time he's going down like a load of boar dump.
Just try not to kill each other.
Injuring his pride should be good enough.
Is there anything I can help with? Are you okay?
You and Varl have been...
I like to think so.
I was wondering... what do you know about his mother?
Oh.
That bad, huh?
Why do you want to know?
He's spoken of his sister, Vala, but... I noticed he avoids talking about his mother.
She's the war chief of the Nora. Best warrior the tribe's ever known. Tougher than a Thunderjaw, but she could be pretty harsh at times.
I see. That must have been hard. I feel silly not being able to ask.
I wouldn't worry about it. He's probably afraid Sona will scare you off someday.
I'd like to see her try.
I should get going.
Good luck on you.
Hey.
Of course.
It's hard to believe we're dealing with the original. The same ones that left for Sirius 1,000 years ago.
To live on for so long.
Because it's not.
That weapon we found where Beta was hiding. Any chance we can use that against them?
Sylens made sure that wasn't an option.
Why would he build something to hurt Far Zenith, yet allow them to capture you?
With Sylens, there's always an angle. We just don't know what it is yet. What do you make of this Tilda, the big...
Well, the way she described it, I can't shake off the feeling that Tilda wanted something from Beta. Maybe because she's Elizabeth Sobek's clone? But whatever she wanted, I don't think she got it. If we knew what it was, maybe we could use it to our advantage somehow.
I don't know. I don't think Tilda and Elizabeth were on the best of terms.
Oh well. At least we can take some comfort in knowing the Zenith still...
Maybe. You brought up Rost before. He was all I had. When Hades discovered who I was and sent the Eclipse after me, he sacrificed himself so I could survive. But that seems like ages ago. What I'm doing now, I don't think he could even begin to understand it. The Sacred Lands were all he really knew. So I can't let myself dwell on him.
I understand. Sometimes, when I think about my sister, about what she would have become if she had survived the Proving, it hurts. And I just need to bury it for a while. You can't ignore it forever. Memories all...
I know.
Fair enough.
How's training?
Discovering something new about... When we first met, you asked me if this world looked like when the old ones... I thought it was strange, but a lot has changed since I... Now I'm just trying to make sense of everything I thought I knew versus everything I know now.
The change is hard, but it gets easier over time. You feeling okay?
I was just thinking about Beta and all that time spent with the Zeniths. To think someone would make a person just to lock them in a room to use when needed, like some sort of tool. Elizabeth Sobek sacrificed herself for the world, and yet they have no trouble treating Beta like a slave.
Another reason we have to stop. I should get back.
We'll be here.
Hey, Aloy. Everything all right?
Yeah, everything.
Well, okay.
We still...
Yeah, it's interesting. I thought maybe I could try finding things with more, pictures in it. Not much luck there, but I did find out about these holofilms. Like images put together to tell a story. They were made to look like they were the real thing. The Oseram-like shows. I bet they pay a lot of shards for those hollows.
It seems like you're getting a hang of this data thing.
Yeah, it's been helpful when I could make sense. I did find the old ones enjoyed a good brew like the rest of us. Only they let machines serve the stuff in bars. They even let the damn things cut you off before you saw the underside of a table. And that's half the fun. Now, you won't see me letting a robot serve me a pitcher anytime soon.
How are things going?
Hey, you tell me. Varl's new girlfriend tried to kill me earlier.
So I hear.
I made one about how they, eat grass a lot. How does anyone fight with nothing but tree leaves in their stomach anyway?
From the looks of it, the Utaru.
Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting her to be that fast.
Just... I see someone's been playing Strike.
I'm just trying to get some practice in. Helps take my mind off things.
You should try playing Katalo. It's a Tanakh game. Maybe you'll learn something.
Oh, sure, Tanakh. Sure he won't try and kill me if I win?
Pretty sure. Do I smell?
I brought some over from with everything that's been going on. Besides, there is no... That's what my sister always said. Anyway.
Maybe another time. I should get
back to
Alright, that's everyone spoken to.
Oh, looks like I can open that door now.
What door?
There's a lot of equipment in here. Gaia, what was all this for? According to this console, there are still thousands of plant samples stored deep below the facility. I could ask Gaia about them the next time I talk to her.
I guess that's something to talk to Gaia about.
Beta's been difficult to figure out. She's just so closed off. I get that the Zeniths were cruel to her, that the one called Tilda abandoned her, but I can't get her out of her shell. I don't know. Maybe nothing can.
Throw her outside. That will help.
I know Varl meant well, bringing up Rost. I guess it's hard to talk about. With everything going on, it feels easier to set those memories aside. At least for now.
One of those things and they look like a banana peel.
Wait. Where did that file go?
Welcome back.
Hey, Gaia.
Welcome back.
The Zeniths. Beta said they were some of the most powerful. I think Elizabeth knew one of them. Tilda. Did she ever mention her to you?
No. Elizabeth often spoke of her work, or told stories of her mother and her childhood. If she knew this Tilda, she did not disclose it with me. What we can conclude from your and Beta's experiences is that the Zeniths are ruthless in pursuit to protect life on...
So I talked to Beta.
It seems to me you did. From what the Zeniths controlled every aspect of her life. even as they shunned her. This Tilda was the first person she ever had contact with. An abrupt severance of such a relationship would be very emotionally damaging.
Yeah. I found some data in one of the rooms you unlocked. It mentioned that there are still functional seed banks beneath this facility. Why is it there?
My predecessor was tasked with reconstituting the biosphere with primary and secondary plant species. Had everything gone according to plan, humans would have eventually been able to introduce tertiary species, including new crops.
Can we access them now?
Unfortunately, it will have to wait. I require control over the machines in order to access and distribute the preserved seed stock.
And for that we need Hephaestus. I guess I should...
As you...
All right, let's get out of here.
I see you, champion. Sit, please. I hear strange lights have been spotted to the south in the still sands. We abandoned those ruins when the sandstorms and machines became too much to handle. I wonder what's been going on there since then.
Quite a mystery. Let's hope the Tanaks don't get too curious about what Marlon's been up to in Vegas.
You'll miss out
I
on a
should
good
check up
trade.
on those guys.
Clamber jaw circulator. When have I faced a clamber jaw? So it doesn't have stealth range, but it's got stamina and concentration plus. 1, 2, 3 things it doesn't have. The purple only has 1 that it doesn't have and 2 negatives. I wonder if it'd be worth upgrading. Maybe. I don't know, I've had the armor for so long now.
Good time.
I've already got some papers, so maybe I should make use of those first. Well, it's missing 2 items Or 2 stats, whereas that other one only had 1 missing.
I wonder how much...
Suppose I'm just buying it. Let's just buy it. Hmm. So it's got stuff to do with 2 ice, but I suppose I don't even really use the normal arrows, but still. It's good to have the regular ones and then the high ones. High damage ones.
How about another one?
Ooh, wasn't expecting that. Well, that's not handy, but that just decided to walk around the corner. Okay, good.
All right. Alright. And there's an unknown machine strike, eh? I wonder if that's just a random board.
Don't know where that beastie's off to, but... Alright, well, I'm going to probably end the stream here. So I'm getting tired. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. Hit that follow button so you get notified when I go live next with whatever I go live next with. I'll also be exporting this to my YouTube channel, so if you want to check that out, because I upload all my clips and stuff to there, which I can't do here, then follow the link underneath the livestream panel, as well as in the descriptions. Likewise, getting a bit ahead of myself. If you guys do happen to mosey on over there and like what you see, then why not help me out and subscribe? It'd mean a hell of a lot to me, and I'd very much appreciate it. As usual, if you're on my YouTube channel,
Eyes up here, brother.
And you want to find where I do my live stuff, follow the link in the description as well as the channel banner. Drop a comment on stuff you guys would like to see me do next, or things you think I could be better with, or just to pop in and say hey, and I hope you're having a good day or a good night wherever in the world you are. And I'll just activate some of these quests first before I exit.
Have I got news for you, Red?
I haven't seen a Tanakh patrol in some time. Is that your doing?
If you're thinking of going south where Moreland's boys hang out, better think again. 2 sisters dropped by on their way there. One of them almost made the whole damn camp explode.
I'm sure she didn't mean to. I hope.
I know who they are.
Sounds
From
like
Chain
Val and
Scrape.
Boomer were here, and they went on to Las Vegas. Maybe I should check in on them, see how they're doing.
You missed an opportunity here. Yeah. Not worth it.
Clamberjaw Tail Duster. I don't know where I had got the Clamberjaw thing from, but... Dreadwing. Apex Tremortusk. Apex Stalker. Yeah, no Clamberjaw. I wonder what a Clamberjaw will be by the sounds of it. It's got a, it will be bite orientated. I wonder if it's meant to be like a wolf or something.
Everything okay there, Porgif?
Ah, my steel flame friend, behold.
Oh, your lockbox. The one I found in the tunnel.
Just the one. It was bequeathed to me when my dear ma passed. Never could get the damn thing open, but the lock must have broken off when the rockbreaker attacked. Haven't seen its contents at long last. I want Martha to have it. My sister. She could use it more than me.
Hold on. If it was given to you, why couldn't you get it open?
I lost the key. You know how it is with small objects, big hands. Not that you know how it is exactly. I mean, your hands are dainty, of course. No, not dainty. Well forged. That's it.
Poor Guff.
All right, I stole the box. It was supposed to go to Martha, but I just wanted something of my ma's to remember her by.
So the box rightfully belongs to your sister, and now you want to return it. What was inside that made you change your mind?
Nothing. I just thought she'd want it back. She and my ma were close. Me, well, guess you could say I was always the stray spark.
All right, Porgif. Sounds like you want me to give this box to your sister. Where is she?
6 feet underground.
That is a good question. I know she was working in Chain Scrape last.
Huh. I have a friend there. I could ask her.
Ha-ha! Well forged and well connected.
If I'm in the area, I will try to find your sister. At least to hear her side of the story.
Okay. Well, if you see Martha, tell her I still remember the flying keg.
I bet Petra would know where I can find Martha. I should pay her a visit the next time I'm in Chainscrape. Talana, glad to see you made it.
Thanks to the secret passage through your base. It was quite a sight.
Secret passage? Don't let the others hear you say that, or you'll have a lot of Oseram knocking at your door.
And you are?
This is Raggart. He's a scout with this caravan. He says Amadis was here.
He joined up with our expedition right before we went through the tunnel. After we made camp here, I set out to do some scouting. I also made peace offerings to the Tanakh for trespassing in their territory. Amadis wanted me to ask around about some place called the Rot.
What did you find out?
Most I learned was that it's where the Tanakh took their prisoners. Somewhere far to the west near Thornmarsh, the Lowland clan's capital. He set out to find it not long after.
On his own?
I tried to warn him, but he was dead set on going.
Did Amadis say
That's where one of my next missions are.
To the Rot?
Afraid not. He was a man of few words.
Sounds like him. Did he look okay to you?
More or less. He seemed shaken when we learned the tunnel had collapsed behind us. But then again, so was everyone around here.
So you're a scout for this crew. Anything I should know about the area?
Where to start? Down south we got a trio of Oseram trying to delve into the ruins in the sand.
Moreland and his showman.
Yeah, that's the fellow. They're quite a spectacle on their own, let me tell you. And then there are all the other folk, who broke away as soon as we got to this side of the tunnel. Salvagers, explorers, all sorts of daring
Sons of
adventurers.
Prometheus.
Just how many of you were there?
Enough to lose track, that's for sure. I've also spotted some rebels a while back, too. Seems like they've been patrolling the desert. Heard all about the rebellion from the Tanakh up in Scalding Spear. That's the Desert Clan's capital, north of here.
Sounds like you've really gotten to know the area.
It's what I do.
Is what I do.
Thanks, Raggart. This has been helpful.
Hope you find him.
Okay, I'll head for Thornmarsh. Meet me there.
Hold on.
What?
You're willing to go to the ends of Tanakh's territory to find this guy. No hesitation.
Of course, he's one man alone in the Forbidden West. I'm just worried about him.
I think it's more than that. I'll meet you near the lowland capital. But then, you're going to tell me who Amadis really is.
Fine. I'll lay low, north of the village. See you there.
See you there, flame here.
If I have to eat more stew one more time.
I wonder what happens if I get these to attack the village. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Turn away.
Not gonna take much damage from fire.
Level up. That's what I wanted. All right. So that's when you would use the basic stuff to knock over a machine. May as well. All right. Alright, and I'm going to save it here, and I'm going to end the stream for real.
Took the rebel outpost down, did you? Good. Only a matter of time.
Alright. Peace out, everyone. I'm going to head off now.